Welcome to Monday meditation. It has been a little bit of time. I have been in a move, a lot of change in a very short amount of time. So I am really grateful to be here. So what I wanted to talk about, and this is an ongoing topic for me in my own journey, and I know that it's been a topic out there in the world because I hear it often. A sense of safety, right? A sense of creating safety, a sense of offering safety, or finding safety. And what one of my teachers has pointed out to me, and I really appreciate her. One, it was incredibly intense in some ways because it was like, you're not going to do this for me, but you're going to help me find this within myself. So her invitation was that I'm not here to create safety for you, but I am here to show you how to find it for yourself and find it within yourself. And as a person who moves from the body, right? Not always. I think I used to react emotionally to circumstances. Like I had very big emotions to things that now seem appropriate, right? Appropriate to have emotions. I was in a space that wasn't able to hold emotions. And so I was seen as having exaggerated emotions, and that actually amplified. It amplified my disconnection with the environment that I was in. And so this idea of how do we, whatever has happened in the past, how do we in this moment, right, when we get triggered into a place of not feeling safe, maybe it's appropriate to the situation, maybe it doesn't match, maybe it doesn't really matter, it's just a reaction that we're having. How do we acknowledge, honor that for ourselves, or if we cannot honor and acknowledge that for ourselves, to have somebody else hold space for us to acknowledge that we are having the reaction. And then how do we find what is safety? Right, again, that's a word that has been used a lot lately. And what I've been playing with a lot is, how can I be okay? How can I recognize that I am okay no matter what is happening around me? I know there are circumstances where there is violence, where there's immediate violence, where there's immediate threat. But can we separate from the spaces that where there is an immediate threat and where there's a perceived threat? I moved into a space recently, and I had a very strong reaction to a neighbor. And part of that, as a single woman, and as a woman in this culture, I have felt threatened and have been threatened many times. The cat's trying to get back into the room. It's okay, baby. And there was a quality in one of the gentlemen, that one of my neighbors, that scared me. And I had to really sit with it. And I had to really say, I went through a process of about a week of like, I have to get out of here. I have to move. This isn't safe. I don't feel safe here. And what I came to is that in the moment, I was okay. And that there may be something happening that's out of my control. And can I step back? Can I get support? And can I look at it? And I'm still not completely sure about what's happening with the neighbor. I think there's maybe an addiction or a mental illness, maybe just a mental illness. And I had to go through this journey. I have a brother who's disabled, who does not appear normal to the outside world, who has been perceived as odd or untrustworthy or dangerous just because of his disability. And it's not totally resolved within me, but I feel like I've been on this journey of finding where I do feel joy and pleasure and strength and connection and ease and peace in my body, in my space, in my home, and even in my neighborhood. Because for like a week, everything seemed not safe. And I know that is not current, but past. And there's no answer here. It's really just an invitation to explore, to find ease and calm that allows us to move deeper into inquiry, that moves deeper into relationship with ourselves and our body, our breath. And what I wanted to do today was a little bit of breath and a little bit of sound. So when I was going through the move, there was a lot of stress. I was very triggered by being asked to leave a place. I felt shame. I felt abusive power. There was so much that I felt, and I just sang, and it was really helpful to stay out of the story, to stay out of the place of really amping up my fear and because it can be completely disabling, disempowering. And what I found was 2 songs I really love to sing that make me happy singing them and that carried me through a lot of feeling. It almost like helped me transmute the feeling and feel it in a way that was okay, that maybe was more helpful to my system. Okay, so a little breath. So one thing that's really helpful for this breath is movement, cat-cow or flexion starting in the pelvis, and extension, right? So a little curving in to empty out the breath, head dropping, ribs dropping, inhale, belly opening. And let's give the breath some sound. Even though it's like opening the windows, opening the doors, and letting the breath in. Receiving the breath, being the breath. Even if you change it, reverse it into the inhale and the flexion and the exhale and the extension, doesn't matter. Just keep the movement, breathe the breath and the movement. Down and in, up and out. The one thing that really helped was getting outside and singing outside. letting the breath be like the ocean, like the wind moving through trees. A couple more. And what I like to, and again, these are just tools to use on your own, right? A conscious connected breath. The inhale becomes the exhale, becomes the inhale, becomes the exhale. You might get a little woozy, that's okay, slow it down, and then come back in. And the other element of sound, and we're going to play with the vowels because I find them helpful, and in Spanish, right? A, E, I, O, U. Right, little different than A, E, I, O, U, just more opportunity to use different parts of the mouth. So, ah, let's play with that sound. You don't have to follow me. Do what sound feels good. Let's do E in Spanish. E, A, E. E, A, E, E. Right, feeling the different places in your mouth. E, let it go up into the upper palate, into your nose, into your base of brain. Feel where the sound is in your body. Feel where the energy is coming from, where the warmth is going. A, E, I, O, U. Almost like you're painting with sound. And let's just do A, E, I, O, U. Right, again, they can just be little snippets. One can roll into the next. Again, doesn't matter what you sound like. It's not what it's about, it's not performative, it's really about connecting to the vibration of sound, which is a frequency that moves through our body, that changes our body, that changes the movement of thoughts, of energy, of breath. I'm sure you can hear this music and how it impacts you. Let your own sound impact you. E, E. I did I missed E. O. Ooh. Just one hand on heart, one hand on belly, just feeling your body with your hands. Receiving that touch and offering that touch, that care, that connection, the warmth, the attention and presence. Just even an offering, an acknowledgement of your essence of who you are. Of how you offer kindness to yourself. Even during the times when you don't. When you spin out, when you doubt, when you shrink, when you feel small. When everything feels loud and strong. That somewhere, no matter how small inside of you, there is a space of ease, of knowing, of connection. And whatever that connection is to, the breath, the beat of your heart, the warmth of your skin. Namaste.